Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's more of a paddle wheel.
Paddle wheel,
The
okay.
auger would have same idea. Thing rotating that
Just to push it.
pushing
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah.
out.
And then you got your levers in there.
The what? What?
Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, now Thursday night. Yeah, we got some people coming in over here on the chat. Tim's over here on the panel somewheres.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Trying to finish my supper real quick.
Alright. So we got Dave BNSF, Adrian, Humanity City, start to finish coatings. How you doing there, Senior? Well, William A. Rob. Shane's Trains. New Ferris. Whatever works, okay? We'll go with that. Oh, there's Jerry. He just popped in with his one-track friends. Miles Junction in scale. Grandpa Rails. Hey, Ralph. He said he's here for a bit. Alright, let's see. Next week we've got two shows. We got Who's Big Bill talking to on Wednesday, and then we got another episode of
Empires.
Railroad Empires. Yeah, I was getting there. It's going to be what, number 7?
Yes, and we're doing scenery.
Alright.
Or ground cover, at least.
Okay.
We got Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Well, hopefully everybody's watching the NMRAX this past weekend. They had another all-day event Saturday.
They're running all week this week, aren't they?
Oh, is it? I thought Ralph said it was Saturday. Okay, that's fine.
I was saying they're running all week this week.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Ralph said all week.
Because of the convention got canceled.
Yeah.
Yes, Human City, they're on you're on Facebook.
But you can watch them on YouTube.
Yep, just do a search for NMRAX on Facebook and it should come up.
Should be able to do that on YouTube, shouldn't you? Ralph sent me a link, but I don't have it handy right here, so maybe Ralph will put it in the chat there where the guys can find it on YouTube. Michael just jumped in.
Yeah, it should possibly pull up if you search for the NMRAX.
Yeah, Grandpa Rail says they come up on YouTube. Hey, Mr. Lloyd.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, Ralph said nmra.org on YouTube.
Yeah, or if you search for the NMRAX, it'll come up also. NMRA.org comes up first. Comes up as top.
It's both on Facebook and YouTube. It's all week. It started last Sunday.
Yeah.
And it finishes this Saturday. and it's from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Hey, Gino.
Oh, yeah, Human City I did. I was able to pop them loose and super glue them back down.
Yeah, Michael said tomorrow's going to be mile railroading and technology.
Well, we think happened on those walkways is the expansion, heat expansion. Made them get longer. Of course, the car's plastic, the walkways were metal. Spanned different white rates. The biggest issue I ran into was I got I got 4 of the coil cars in, and every one of them had a broken truck on them.
That scale trains?
Yep. Well, they
Yeah.
made it right. They sent me new trucks for all of them, all the ones that were broke.
Hmm. Human City want to know quality control issue or shipping.
I think it was a shipping issue because the end of the box, one end of the box is all beat up.
Hmm.
And I know some guys that work for FedEx, and stuff gets thrown all the time, according to them.
Yeah.
So I said, Ralph, the box was beat up. So it wasn't Scale Trains' fault.
Yeah, Grandpa said no respect for other people's things. That's true nowadays.
Well, a lot of them look at it, well, it's insured.
Yeah.
Well, they don't realize people are waiting, months for these things, and some of the packages that they're getting, and they've been waiting months, and it may be months before they get them replaced, or they may never get them replaced because some of it's one-off items.
Jerry put down, I spent my whole life in transportation. Couldn't be a shipping problem. He.
Well, Human City, is that a mental capacity issue or a physical capacity issue? Or both?
Yeah, I'll just be glad when this year's over with. I had to send a letter off, and all it's doing is going about halfway across the state. It's taking almost 5 days to get there, first class mail.
Jeez.
But,
What'd they do? Took it to Alaska first?
yeah. I mean, once the election's over, the coronavirus will be cured, so.
That's the theory, anyway.
Oh, yeah, it's going to end, human.
About 4 more months. Or 5 more months.
4.
Oh, the shipping thing is a whole deal. I mean, who was it? Was it Ralph one time got a package that went all over the United States before it ever made it to Canada?
Yeah.
What's funny is when you watch
I
the
get one of
tracking,
those also. Once a year it happens.
you watch the tracking on some of these packages, and I've had packages go from like scale trains down Bentonville, Tennessee. I'm 4 hours away in Evansville, Indiana, and it goes all the way to Minnesota and then comes back south. You know, they come right through Evansville because it gets checked in here locally, and then it's back out to Minnesota and then back down here.
What kind of paperwork you got there, Lloyd?
I'm working on getting my masters for my buildings.
Ah,
So I'm putting together my 12 buildings.
okay.
And then I'll look at my scenery one. I mean, it's not very demanding.
No, really, if you look at it, most of us that are doing the Empire show will have, by the time we're done, we'll have enough to qualify for our masters.
Not really.
I mean, you'll have more than what is it, 10 linear feet or something like that done, and
No, you're probably talking about the Golden Splake, yes. But masters, no. Like you need 12 buildings. 6 of them have to be scratch built. 1 of them has to be a bridge. For scenery, you need what is it? 48 square foot of scenery. You need some electrical. Out of the, I think you need 8 out of 12 or 8 out of 11.
we're talking about.
One of them is dispatching. You need 80 hours of dispatch. You know, it's not that easy. I probably could, with my layout, I probably could get 4 or 5.
Dispatching is going to be hard to do. 80 hours? What happens with these people who don't have layouts near them that they can dispatch on?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're going to be a dispatch for 2 hours. That means you need 40 operation sessions.
Yeah.
And you got to do some write-ups. Like if you're able to do, like for example, if you have a Facebook page and you do a lot of writing or a blog, that counts as one portion of what do you call it? The writing one.
Yeah, for your publication.
Publication, yeah. Like I've done 2 publications, one in the NMRA, so that gives you more points. If it's, sorry, I did the NMRA local, so that gives me maybe 2 points. NMRA national will give you 3 points. I think it's more than bragging rights.
Still just bragging rights. I mean, yeah, you might get some discounts.
Tell Miles that he's only got bragging rights.
Miles would probably agree.
Nah, I spoke to him. No. I mean, if all you want to do is get your points or your MMR and just sit on your butt, yeah, then it becomes just bragging rights.
I mean, you can put it to use, but
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Human City asked, does all the rolling stock need to be NMRA compliant, aka you need to wait and adjust all of them?
No, that's not part of it. The rolling stock is mainly, I think it has to be weathered. I have to check. I haven't got that deep yet, but I think we're talking about weathering.
there's different categories.
Wheels, but it's mainly locomotives, I think.
There's different categories on your rolling stock because you can scratch build a locomotive, scratch build cars.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you got to do. You got to scratch build. I think it's 4 cars. Trying to find it.
But they don't have to be to like the NMRA specifications
No,
per se. They want you to try to stay within a scale, but you don't have to have it perfectly weighted to NMRA specs, because the NMRA specs on weights and wheels and stuff like that is really just to improve your running of your layout, not for your Masters or your Golden Spike. They're
called-
more of a recommended practice.
I mean, if you go to the NMRA site, which is nmra.org, and go under Achievement Program.
Human City, no. He said, does being a master mauler, does that ensure you will retire a millionaire? No.
Yeah, I wish.
Why are you naked? Says, no, it just means you spent $1 million to accomplish it.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Okay, so we've got Master Builder for motive power, Master Builders of cars, Master Builder structures, Master Builder scenery, Master Builder prototype models. Then you got Model Railroad Engineer, Civil, Model Railroad Engineer Electrical, Chief Dispatcher, Association Official, Association Volunteer, and Model Railroad Author. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 sections, but you only need to do, what is it, 8? I think it's 8.
Well, Randall said he just ordered 2 new freight cars yesterday. Got him a coal hopper and a chassis system boxcar. Both of them are Zack rails. That's the first ones he's ordered from the company.
Oh, thanks, Ralph. 6. You need 6 out of 11. And to qualify, you only need, for example, if I look at Master Builder structures, you need 87.5 points out of I think it's 120. Basically, you need a 70% passing grade. And I was told that it's not very hard to do.
Human City, if they had that, I would qualify easily to Master Procrastinator category.
And of course, if you enter contests, if you finish in if you get first place, can't remember, but I think you qualify automatically for that Masters. I have to check. I'm just getting started in this.
Well, keep us posted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eric just jumped in.
That's true, Eric.
Yeah, he said Miles is an MMR with or without the NMRA. He's the gold standard.
Him and his wife, they're both MMRs.
Yeah.
Well, I've met a few this week there with the NMRA X.
Yeah. You participating in that too, Lloyd?
Of course. I did Sunday I did the round table, and Monday I did my interior clinic.
Oh, okay.
Human City's full of jokes tonight.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, since that competition is over with Walters, how did you do?
Never got done.
Oh wow.
Still made out like a bandit though on the pricing of stuff.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Glad you liked it.
I don't know why my camera's so blurry tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's been switching pixels around trying to get a focus.
Yeah.
It was blurry during the last Empire show, too. In fact, I think everybody on that show was blurred.
Who knows? It could be my wife and kids are probably maybe watching TV too, doing streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, it's because you were eating in front of your camera and you got grease on it.
Yeah.
Actually, the last Empire show, I waited until after we were done to eat. My wife brought my dinner up right as the show started. Because we door-dashed it.
You're right, Michael. I used the microscope slide glass, but I used this tool here. Hold on. I don't know if you... Sorry. Yeah, it's a diamond point, and all you do is scorch it, and then kind of break it.
Oh, so you gotta take a torch to it first to scorch it.
Yeah, it's like a diamond point. Very lightly. I think I must have broken like probably 5 of them at the start, just to get used to it.
Yeah, because those microscope slides are fragile.
They're thin. They're very thin.
Yeah, Ralph says, see, Tim, wear a mask and you don't get anything on the lens of the camera.
I'm wearing a mask. I'm always wearing a mask. It just doesn't come off.
Yeah, but Halloween is only in October, no?
Yeah, Halloween mask still doesn't come off year round.
Let's see if I can. I don't know if you can see this, Michael. It's very, very thin,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take much to. I don't want to break it. Where is it? I think we can't see it here. Okay, where did it go? Oh, there. That would be. Oh. How can I show it without?
Yeah, I put it on the cutting mat.
Oh, we can't see it. It's black.
Yeah, it shows up better than it did on the white.
Yeah.
You can still at least see a little bit of it because of the glare.
The glare and the lines distort.
No, I can't see it. Okay, I got it. So, like, just run it like very light. And I don't know if you can see a scratch.
Nah. Nah, you're not going to be able to show the scratch.
So there's a little scratch, and it breaks very easy. And what people also do is they'll put Scotch tape behind it. Let's see if I can. Scotch tape. For example, if you want to show a broken glass, I just so you can do like broken glass.
Oh, yeah.
But what I would do is, let's say I want the corner to be broken, then I could remove.
Yeah, just peel that off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or you probably, I don't even need this. Once it's on the Scotch tape, you can just. Oops. Yep. Well, can't really see it, but anyway, trust me. Plenty of cracks in that window. And if you want to know where I got it from, both the box. Oh shit! Just cracked. If I'm not wrong, I got 2 boxes like this, and 2 of those from China. I wasn't in a hurry, so I was able to wait for it.
Yeah, Ralph said that watching the NMRX this week, there's a new product for Windows called Durar. D-U-R-L-A-R.
I have to check
Yeah, Human City said that's graphics. Duralar
Okay.
is the acetate alternative. It's a polyester film, combines the best features of mylar and acetate to provide a high versatile film.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. Amazon.ca, this area. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Have you tried it, Ralph? I wonder if that Duralar with time does it yellow.
I mean, I don't know, but being a kind of a mix between mylar and acetate, it may not.
Well, I'll wait till Andy tries it because he's tried the glass.
Yeah,
'Cause I know
Andy's.
with the glass, it's really clear. Like you really see inside the building.
Yeah. Andy's like Mikey. He tries everything.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he likes it.
Let him experiment with it before you do.
I'm surprised Andy hasn't 3D printed glass yet.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Now he's gonna go get some ultra clear 3D resin and try to print windows. Oh.
I was going to say, for those who haven't seen my diorama for a contest, I don't know if you've seen it, Johnny.
Uh,
So you gotta remember, Lloyd, Johnny don't come in and play with us after the show very much anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, so I decided to participate in the contest for a diorama. So that's daytime, nighttime.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. I know you showed me pictures of it before. After you got
So
finished.
I put it in the box, and at the bottom there's a switch. So I connected my wires, and I just flipped the switch, and it's nighttime.
So when's that contest over, and you'll know if you what you placed on
It was
that?
supposed to be July 25th, but the guy who organized it, Leo Paletti, passed away Sunday.
Uh-oh.
So it's been postponed till the end of August.
Yeah. You even got that big heavy phone line in there too.
Yep.
Well, that's what fiber optics, isn't it?
No. I even got the inside.
Yeah.
But that's a picture though. Oh, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of mini prints.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a woodpecker right here on the left pole, on the left dead tree. I got an eagle on the right, and I've got 2 rabbits.
Yeah.
But that woodpecker, my God, was it small?
And what was that called?
The woodpecker.
No.
Mini prints.
Oh, mini prints.
Oh, okay.
MINIPRINTS.
Well, they etch paper or what?
3D printed.
Yeah, camping glue's also really good for gluing down like laser cut wood to plastic structures.
Yeah, if you go look at mini prints, he's got, I think, everything that's wildlife. I've got some beavers. Yeah. He's even got a Sasquatch, if anybody's interested.
You'll have to take one of those beavers and burn it and put it on the side of the building, on the wall.
Making reference to Ralph's burnt beaver locomotive there,
Yeah,
Johnny.
yeah.
Paying him some homage. I was thinking Lloyd's little diorama there would look awesome with the Sasquatch sitting there in the background somewhere.
I was trying to do something like in the States there, what do you call it? Not hillbillies, but down south where they've got moonshine.
Hillbillies,
Rednecks.
rednecks, hickorbillies.
So there's no Sasquatch in that area. You got to go
Uh,
way up north in Canada for
Down,
Sasquatch.
down in Johnny's area, they got the skunk ape.
Sasquatch, they got those in Alabama. Gino hunts them.
We've got snipe here in Indiana, but there are people that go Sasquatch hunting here in Indiana too.
Yeah. Cool Tropolis just popped in.
That one of the most famous Sasquatch pictures was what, out in Washington State? We got the Bigfoots. Sasquatch would be the same thing there, Chris.
All right, Randall Edson is asking,
Bill.
oh yeah, Randall was asking, I'm going to ask you guys during the live stream, if if you ever seen a double empty coal train or a double queue train, FYI, both trains are essentially two trains run as one. I think that's what it says. Scroll down.
Are you talking about where they stick a locomotive in the middle of the train?
DPU.
Yeah, DPU.
Oh, there's Andy.
You're naked. What I use is called Goop. Household usage, domestic Goop.
What is that? Oh. Yeah, we have something that I bet, well, the tube looks the same, something called E6000 or something that I've used for a few things.
It's very sticky and it dries fast.
Is it gray?
Huh?
Is the glue gray? Silver?
No, it's clear. Clear.
Okay. Let's
And
get
what I do is I'll put it on a piece of wood and just use my toothpick and just dab the corners. And
Yeah.
like I said, it dries very fast.
It's amazing the different adhesives are something that vary a lot country to country. I'd love to have some of that. I think it's Sully's that they use in Britain. It's a spray adhesive that sprays perfectly clear.
Yeah, you're naked. I know. I mean, it's Andy got me into those slide covers, because and I fell in love with it because it's really transparent, and when you put details inside the building, like you really see through it.
Yeah, I really like it too. It is a pain. It is a pain to put in and kind of work with. It's delicate, but boy, the results are, yeah, they're worth it, I think. But I want to try that stuff that Ralph was talking about. I went and looked at it online. That's really interesting. Easy to work with like styrene, if it's as shiny, if it's as clear.
Well, I know my basement gets dry, Ralph, in the winter for about 2-3 months, but never had any problems yet. Some buildings have had it for 2 years now.
But one benefit, I like canopy glue for well, I mean, I would use canopy glue for acetate too, at least in windows, because it's clear, but it stays flexible. So, and you can take them out and put them back in. It wouldn't cost you anything if they did pop out. It wouldn't be too messy. But I know people who use super glue to put windows in, and they don't have the fogging effect. They're delicate enough with it or something, but I never have good results. That's why canopy glue is the best thing I ever found for windows. I think that was a Ralph. I think Ralph turned me on to that for that purpose. I don't remember what I was using.
Yeah, super glue is too liquid to be able to do that. Those windows.
Yeah,
Well, it depends on the super glue you buy. You can get that gel.
I've got some that's pretty doggone stout, pretty doggone thick, but and somebody told me to do it without accelerating it. And yeah, okay, fine, but I still get effects from it.
Now, what you don't want to use your plastic cement for your acetate windows or.
Oh, probably not.
No, enough for acetate.
I don't use acetate for windows. I do use acetate for all kinds of other stuff. I still use it for windows. That's what I use to seal gaps, or when I put electrical gaps in track work, I put acetate in it. It's super thin, fills in a thin gap, seals in there real good. That's what I use at E6000. That I thought that was probably similar to put in.
Oh.
The best trick, and I tried when I bought the first glass I bought microscope slides, and I tried a regular glass cutter. That was the best little thing. If you're going to try the glass, I don't know if it'd be required for that other stuff. I actually, it looked like the other stuff could cut it with an X-Acto or scissors.
Well, that's what I was showing him. The one with the point, right?
Yeah, it's like carbide pencil, stuff like that. Yep, works like a champ. I probably didn't buy a new head for this one. I put windows in quite a few buildings and cut a bunch of glass with it. Probably didn't buy it.
Yeah, that one Andy's got the carbide chip. Lloyd's got the diamond chip.
Oh, okay. I wonder if I can buy maybe I'll try the diamond tip. I'll buy, I think you can replace this. Well, you can't take it out, so surely you can buy different heads for the thing.
You can buy
The only
replacement
problem
tips.
is that if you're gonna do all your buildings with that kind of glass, if you end up doing a big window, then you're kind of screwed because it's one size.
Yeah, there are some other sources of super thin glass as well. That's part of the reason I really like the idea of what Ralph's talking about. I don't mind the real glass for the small sash windows and stuff. They're not hard. I've got a process. I lose a piece. I'll cut 8 or 10 windows out of a slide, and I'll lose 1 or 2 of them. I'll always break 1 or 2, but I get most of them. They're not bad. But when you're trying to do like big storefront windows, you get so close and you're putting it in and you crack a corner of it or something. So it'd be nice to have something easier to work with when you're doing those big window surfaces.
It takes a while to get used to it, though.
Yeah, the glass is tricky. I had to learn some things about it. I have a block of wood that I put them on. I can't put them on like a tile or straight on regular glass. If you overrun with your cutter, you're going to potentially damage your cutter or chip your glass, maybe. I mean, maybe not. But I put it on a piece of wood. I've got a piece of hardwood, so the glass will sit there and stay still, and it can't have any flexibility to it.
Like I was saying earlier, I probably broke 5, 10 to get started.
Me too.
I was putting too much pressure on the cutter.
Yeah, it's a very delicate process. It's like you're not doing anything. I'll score it 3 or 4 times. Just barely let the weight of the pen rest on the glass. Just score it 3 or 4 times, and then it'll pop.
I do it once. I do it once, and then I break it, like I split it.
Yeah, I don't. I just score it till it stops. Till they are 2 separate pieces. They just kind of pop away from each other. All of a sudden, what you went through, I just lightly score it. Keep lightly scoring it, maybe 4 or 5 times, and they'll just separate. 2 pieces just separate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't break any. I mean, I don't break them. Where I break them is installing them. I'm trying to install them. I'm trying to hold them with something and get them into a laser cut wood fixture that's not perfectly square to get it a little bind or something. That's where I break a couple of them.
Well, I never did put windows in a wood building yet. Most of them have been resin or plastic. Like all the DPM buildings all have glass windows.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that would matter that much. Maybe not. It just seems like they get caught and stuff when you're working with the wood ones. I mean, I build them flat on the table. I build all the wood components flat on the table, stick the window sash to the glass, and I make 2 separate pieces for each window. I make a top piece and a bottom piece because they're offset by the thickness of the sash, So I cut 2 separate pieces, put them in there, lift some of the windows. Those aren't so bad. But then when you got to fit that thing in, the way those windows fit in the structures is they kind of push back in with a resistance fit, which I glue them. But they're kind of resistance fit. So, I mean, I'll file the inside of the wall a bit, open it up, but they're still a little snug. And I break them. Get them caught here or there.
Dave, BNSF, asked, is E6000, is it clear? I believe there is a clear formula of it.
I've seen it clear.
And you're muted.
Mine's gray. Like a silvery gray.
I think I've got a formulation that's clear.
Okay. Well, I'll have to look for that one.
I think there's different formulations of it, but it's all E6000 adhesive.
Yeah, it's stout. It's more like a slightly softer version of JB Weld epoxy in a sequel. Kind of its end result is. I like it. It's stouter than It's not like a contact cement or something like. This Gorilla Glue stuff's clear. I might try using that for it. I love laying track with that. It's a contact cement. It would stay semi-flexible, so you can pull a window out if you needed to. But, in springtime when you have to do windows, take them out, sit down, clean all the windows.
Yeah, Cool Chocolates keeps saying it stinks. E6000.
Mine, I don't remember.
Well, hope I
I don't use it for much. Yeah, that's it. My model looks the same, but yours has that transparent logo on it, so it's that different stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it says clear transparent on this
Yeah.
one.
mine just doesn't say that. I think mine's just a regular formula. I don't know where it is right now. I'll just there, but it's not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay. Mine might be transparent. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while. I don't remember. I thought it was great. Pretty sure it's great.
Also, there was another question posed there in the chat about NCE and the Woodland Scenic Just Plug system. I've got some of the Just Plug stuff. I don't have any NCE stuff, but I've got some of the Just Plug. So I like it. It's all right. The way it's designed, it's Just Plug, and all your resistors are built into it, so you control all your lighting effect or amount of light that you want to give off just by adjusting the dials.
When those dials don't change resistance level inside of it, it has that
No, they're-
current resistor. It pulse width modulation.
Yeah.
It will make sure the life. All kinds of people wire up LEDs themselves, and they just put larger and larger resistors on them to lower the brightness. You're decreasing the life expectancy of the LED. Sure, still outlast a great wheat bulb by, I don't know, a long, long time. Maybe a few lizard lifetimes or something, but a while. But it'll last twice as long if you properly manage it. But the only consequence is you can't independently control lights. I love the Just Plug system. If you don't want to use something like Arduino or something. Oh, he's talking about the NCE illuminators. Those are those new things that give you DCC controlled lighting, which so you could use it in a JMRI table to control house lights, but the same way I'm going to do with Arduino. Those are really cool. Those are new, I think. Relatively new.
Yeah, Chris, I think they have a sequencer for one of their setups that they've got. I'm not sure how well it works.
But if you're using JMRI, as long as it can go into a trigger table in JMRI, you can control it by fast clock, by grid, by all kinds. It's not that hard to work with.
The sequencer that they have, I think, is for those like lighted signs,
Huh. Okay.
like a theater sign where it's got the lights that chase each other.
Well, like Miles is.
Western Auto.
Yeah.
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 That's spectacular. That craftsmanship he put into that spectacular.
Except he made his.
Yeah,
Yeah, he made his own sequencer.
that trigger. I mean, that's like that's the way they would have built that originally, probably in the 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have done it with Arduino too, but that's a super smart way to have done it. Tricky, work like a champ. Yeah, the illuminators can be mobile decoders, sensor decoders, signal decoders. You can stick them in a passenger car or caboose or something. Caboose would be great for them because you can control the various lights and lanterns. Yeah, they're cool little devices. I seen them somewhere recently. I like the ESPs. I was using Arduinos, and I like the ESPs, but they're not for everybody. They have their own pay.
Well, we've hit the 1 hour mark, so remind everybody next Wednesday night to be Who's Big Bill Talking To. And then that Saturday will be Railroad Empires, Part 7.
All those guys.
And that was, what'd you say, Tim? Scenery?
Scenery.
Yeah, ground cover. Yep.
Yeah, ground cover. Okay.
I'm not seeing a sequencer. Well, there's a sequencing light hub, yeah.
As long as you can Jamboree, you can do whatever you want to there. That's probably easier than Arduino code. I mean, you can do it with an Arduino. It's easy too. Write a little code, write a little sequence. You can steal somebody else's code on the internet. Probably change a couple lines of it. You're probably talking about that much code on a screen. It's not, shouldn't be bad.
I hadn't seen this sequencer yet.
Alrighty. So we shall see you in 2 weeks, and next week will be Big Bill and Robert and crew on Saturday night. Don't forget, all shows are at 9 o'clock Eastern time, so and Big Bill just said the #1 mile railroading show in the world, MRL, Mile Railroading Live.
Absolutely.
So y'all have a good night and a good weekend. Looks like my weekend's going to be very soggy, so we'll catch y'all next week. Have a good one.
Good night.